happening, guys? Dready80 here, back with another video, back with another vlog. Yeah, today we're talking about audio recorders. I would never say that I am good at audio in any way, shape or form. I do not record audio beyond what is necessary, and I need to add more audio into my projects. But today we're doing a whistle-stop tour of the 7 different audio recorders that I've purchased over my video and photography career. And I'm going to give you my opinions on all of them, and hopefully that will help you make a decision on what would be good for you to buy if you are a content creator, if you are a wedding filmmaker, or if you just need to add more audio to your projects. So let's do this. Roll the intro. Thank you for clicking on another video. Hopefully you're going to find some value out of this video today. We are talking about 7 different audio recorders that I've purchased in my time as a content video, wedding filmmaker, creator, and all the above. So with all 7 of these audio recorders, I'm going to go through my user experience of them, some of the specs and some of the things that are good and some of them are bad. But yes, don't think of this video as an all-encompassing guide of these audio recorders. There's lots of videos on YouTube for that kind of thing. I'm just trying to give you a starting point. So if any of these audio recorders sound good to you, no pun intended, then you can check them out and find out more information. So let's go through audio recorder number 1. This is a Sony recorder. I bought this quite some time ago. I think this audio recorder came out in 2015. So this is the Sony ICDTX650 Slim. This audio recorder, still, it goes everywhere with me. The fact that it's so small just means you can throw it in any kind of gear bag. I even carry it with me when I'm doing photos. The great thing about this Sony recorder is that its auto levels are really, really good. So in some other audio recorders, you can't trust it just dealing with itself. This does a pretty good job, even with background noise. It gives you an okay sound. It's not absolutely amazing, so I wouldn't say if you want the best possible audio, go for this. But when I originally got this, I purchased this for £80, but as all the wedding videographers found out, it's really helpful and useful to have. A lot of people pick up quite a few of these. Even now, the recommended retail price here in the UK on Amazon is around £170. So with this audio recorder, it's really basic, really simple. You've got a little plunger power on the side here. So you slide it across, you turn it on, and it's good to go. What you usually do, you put it on the hold, so you switch over to hold, so the talent, when you put it in their pocket, it's not going to affect the recording. And on this side, you've got a red button to record. Always make sure that it is actually recording on the little display. And of course, it's got the playback, and you can hop between the different recordings on there as well. As I say, the audio is not great on it. It has a headphone jack built in as well, so you can plug a lavalier in there and get slightly better audio. It is the smallest recorder out of all the ones, so it wins extra points for that. Here are the main points with this one. Good auto audio. It's got 16 gig of built-in memory. It's very quick to use, and it has micro USB connector. So it's got that 16 gig of built-in memory, and what you do, you throw it on your talent, you get your recording, and then you plug this in when you get home. And as you're plugging it in, it just comes up as a flash drive. You take all the files off and you just leave it plugged in. As it stays plugged in, it will charge it up, and then it's just ready to go for the next job. So it's really quick, really easy. The audio is okay. It's not my go-to if I want great audio, and I would never use it for something like this, but it's a great one to have, and it's the cheapest of all the microphones that we're looking at today, £170. To be honest, it's a must-have for me. I wish I bought more of them, but because I've got so many other audio recorders, I can't justify buying more than just one of these, so that always stays with me. That's a great microphone. The second audio recorder that I purchased was the Tascam DR10. This is an absolutely amazing audio recorder. I don't want to say that about every single one, but this one, it really is great. The recommended retail price here in the UK for the Tascam DR10 is £243 on Amazon, but currently it's just under 200. It's 199 quid on Amazon, so it's an absolute steal for that price. Comes in this small pouch container, so I will whip it out for you. Okay, so this is the Tascam DR10. This is a wicked audio recorder. It doesn't have a microphone in of itself. This is meant to be used as a lavalier microphone. This one comes with a lavalier that comes in the actual box. It comes in the actual case. So you plug the lavalier into the top and it actually screws down. Very much like the Sony, it's got a plunger on-off on the side. On this plunger, you can, again, you turn it on, then you press record, and then all the buttons are on hold anyway. You got a headphone jack, so you can monitor audio afterwards. You can hear what the audio sounds like. So on the front, it's got really basic buttons to navigate the menus. Up and down, enter, and menu. Doesn't have actually any internal memory. It takes up to 32 gig. It takes micro USBs that you put into the side that you take out to take the files off for your PC. It's meant to be used as a lavalier. It's got a belt attachment built in as well, so you can hide it away quite easily on someone's belt on your Talon. Yeah, this is what I would lean for if I'm trying to get great audio during a ceremony of a wedding. And I'll put this in the groom's inside pocket on this jacket and then attach the lavalier. I've got the dead cat on it at the moment. And then you attach this to Talon's jacket. It records in WAV, and I think it's 24-bit audio recording WAV files, so the audio quality is pretty good. But what it does is it records one at an auto level, and it records one a few dB underneath that. Even if you're peaking on your normal recording, you will have an option underneath. So you shouldn't ever peak. So it's a set and forget. Hopefully you never peak on the first Sony, but you'll definitely never peak on this one. So that's awesome in such a small case. One last point, it takes one AAA battery that goes into the bottom there on the back. So you can use a rechargeable AA battery into that. The Tascam DR10, the main point, it is quite small. It has those 2 tracks of audio recording, so you're never going to be peaking. It has the ability to have micro USBs, so you can have bigger recording times on there as well. You can get a black one, which is what I've done here, or you can get a white one if you need to hide it on a bride for a wedding, and it won't be so noticeable. And it's got a headphone out, so that's that one. I absolutely love this one. I don't actually carry it around with me very much, just because this is still a bigger footprint inside my camera bag as opposed to the Sony, but it is still my choice. If I'm doing my own weddings, that's a great microphone. Audio recorder number 3. This is the Zoom H1. This is the first version. They've brought out the H1N now. This is a tiny little audio recorder. This has an XY microphone at the top, so you can just grab great audio. What I would use this for is if I'm trying to sample audio on a wedding or a corporate job, then I can just walk around this with headphones in and I can point it at something and just grab the audio that I need. This actually has far better audio in of itself than the previous 2. Where this one falls down on 2 major points for me is that its auto settings are terrible. It peaks all over the place and jumps all around. Bearing in mind, this is the older version, so I haven't tried the H1N. It might well be better. But the auto audio is terrible, so I would very much try and have control and set it manually. Where I would use this most often is leaving it by the DJ to get an audio feed out, and I would set and forget at the manual settings. The problem you're getting from that is if the DJ decides to create more atmosphere with a louder volume, then your audio recording gets destroyed. I'm now looking for a method that rectifies that, so we're going to be going on to the other audio recorders for a solution in that regard. The other main problems I have with it is on the back it has a low cut, an auto level, and a WAV and MP3 sliders at the back. These are very easy to just accidentally knock over to the MP3. You want to be recording in WAV. The files are much nicer to work with. But yeah, it's getting a bit more professional. You're getting more options there. I'm going to be retiring this one very soon for the audio recorders coming up next. I don't actually remember how much I paid for this. This is the older version, but the H1N, which is pretty much the same thing, is currently going for £105 on Amazon, so it's very cheap. but it gives you great quality audio just in one box. The battery, it's not a rechargeable. It's one AA battery that goes in there, so you're always going to make sure you've got batteries on you to use this. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, final verdicts on this. Records in WAV, MP3. It's a good starting point if you're trying to level up your audio in a small package. I would say, yeah, £105 if you want to start off. That's a great starting point. But nowadays, my opinion is you buy it cheap, you buy it twice. So this is definitely something that you're going to want to level up from. It has no XLR inputs. It's just got a line in from a headphone jack. But if you're trying to pick up sound, as you're wandering around, then it's a great option for that. That's a great microphone. Now, the next couple are slightly different. These are options to transmit audio from your talent and to feed that wirelessly to your camera. So on weddings, if you want to be able to monitor it and record the audio straight into your camera and not actually have a recorder, then this is the way forward. This is the original Rode Wireless Go microphones. So these are small little packages. You've got one transmitter, one receiver, and you put one on the talent. You can use a lavalier to hide it away. So again, it's a very small package. And then the other one goes on top of your hot shoe on your camera, and it feeds that signal wirelessly to the receiver that goes into your camera. It's a great option, and it completely revolutionized the industry of having wireless, I'm holding it upside down, of having wireless audio recorders. These are quite expensive. If you're looking at the Rode Wireless Go 2s, they're £279. They're a great option, but I would say the next one actually beats the Rode Go ones quite a lot. They don't record on the actual transmitter. The Rode Wireless 2 ones, they do. There's a bonus round. I've sold this to Ryan. These are Ryan's. He's just brought them in, so we've got another audio to talk about. But again, small package. These are great if you need to get the signal to your camera. That's a great microphone. So these are the DJI mics. DJI obviously have really come into the industry being a drone manufacturer, but they've absolutely smashed it with these microphones. They've quite obviously got a lot of inspiration from a few different products, and I believe they've outdone the Rode Wireless Go's. The DJI Mic comes in at £289, so it's one of the more expensive ones. It's got 250 meters of range, 820 feet. It has 18 hours of battery life with the case and 5 hours of recording time individually from the transmitters. Each of the transmitters also have 8 gig of internal storage, which goes up to like 14 hours supposedly of record time. So I'm just going to show you these. It comes in, and again, another pouch. This is quite bulky, but it has a lot of features for that. The case itself are like AirPods, in that the case holds a charge itself and charges up the actual different component. So like the Rode Wireless Go 2s that have 2 transmitters, this has 2 transmitters here and a receiver. So again, you can transmit from these that go into the camera if you want that. They also record individually on their own, so you can get a backup, you can have redundancy, as well as 2 people talking at the same time. An awesome feature of this is they come with little magnets on the back, so if you wanted to hide a microphone without using a lavalier and you wanted to get a good audio, you can use the magnet to hide it away under a talent's shirt there, and then you only have to deal with this magnet. This is a great way of bringing it to the chest, the right kind of place, so you can get some good audio. And of course, they got 2. I love these. I absolutely love these. They're quite pricey though, $289, like I say. But it's awesome because you use them, and then the case has an extra charge, so you can use it on several weddings without having to worry about charging it. It's micro USB-C as well. So thumbs up for micro USB-C. That's a great microphone. Okay, I'm really rattling through these. Jesus Christ, you impressed, Ryan? You impressed? Are you impressed? Are you impressed? Right, okay, now we've gone through at least 5. There's 7 in total. So we've gone through 6. Now we've gone to the big bad boys, the last kings of the audio game, okay? So this next one I'm actually selling, so if anyone wants to buy it, then there we go. Next one we're talking about is the Zoom H5, okay? So this is the big daddy to the H1N. This one brings in XLR inputs. The reason I bought this was for a corporate job. It has XLR inputs built in. So the intention of this was to have all the wireless audio recorders firing into this so I can monitor it in one place and record all together. So we've got 2 XLR inputs at the bottom, which are combo ones, so you can use these slightly larger headphone inputs into these instead of XLR, which is great, and you can adapt that. I'm going to pull that out. You've got not just got 2 channels, you've got 4 channels. So you've got 1 and 2 here, and you can put a headphone jack into the top here. So if you're looking to buy a unit that will grow with you, that you can adapt to fulfill lots of different needs, this is quite cool in that you can detach the X and Y microphones at the top, and you can attach a different unit which enables you to have another 2 XLR inputs. So you can have 4 XLR inputs going in at once, and you can record all those channels. So yeah, this one's quite good. I really wish I had a use for it. That's a great microphone. This one is £223 in the UK. Like I say, it's got the interchangeable capsules on the top, attach these X and Y microphone bits, 4-track simultaneous recording. This one records on actual memory cards. So I've got a 16 gig memory card there. I wish all of them had the full size memory cards, the same as the cameras. It would stop you having to have the really fiddly little micro memory cards all the time. Really good, 200 quid. And if you need XLR inputs, then it's a great way to go for it. When Ryan is editing this, he's already fucking cringing. He's already cringing that he's gonna have to edit this and cut between all the I'm not even actually saying anything. Anyway, right. So the big daddy, we have the Tascam Porta Capture X8. This is the big daddy for one main reason, and I'll tell you up front. It has 32-bit float recording, which is high dynamic range recording. So supposedly, there's no reason you should ever be peaking on this. Set it and forget it, and yeah, it's got absolutely everything. You have 4 XLR combinational. Ryan doesn't even know what I'm saying. Basically, you got lots of XLR inputs. So you got 1 and 2 here, and you got 3 and 4 there. And these X and Y microphones at the top can be detached, and you've got another couple of XLR inputs there, so you can have 6 in total. This is basically an audio mixer. You can attach this to a computer and it will recognize this as a microphone, and similar to this audio recorder / audio mixer here, you can do all your mixing on this screen. It's amazing. It's way expensive. It's 400 quid, £420, down from 489. They want 500 quid for this. The wide dynamic range is a professional audio recorder, and it's got a price to match that. So yeah, that's a great microphone. Okay, thank you everyone for checking out this YouTube video. Hopefully this has been helpful and insightful in starting your quest on finding your first audio recorder. These have all been amazing. Apart from one, I've used all of these, and yeah, I'm excited to learn more about audio. At the end of the day, I learn best when I've got my hands on a device. I like going through the settings. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and there's going to be more content about these audio recorders coming up soon. So now we've got an alternate angle. Are you zoomed in enough? Are you zoomed in? Ryan's going to have fun with this edit. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe because cameras, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.